Tools and techniques of guidance and counseling, with focus on individual and group guidance and counseling. Pay 8. B. Odisha B.Ed and Education Honors. Tools and techniques of guidance and counseling. 1. Introduction. Guidance and counseling have become an integral part of the modern educational process. With increasing academic pressure, emotional challenges, social complexity, and career uncertainty, students need structured support. Tools and techniques of guidance and counseling form the operational backbone of this support system. These help in understanding, assessing, and assisting students based on their unique needs and problems. The success of a guidance or counseling program depends largely on the appropriate selection and use of tools and techniques. Whether it is individual counseling for personal issues or group guidance for career planning, the methods used must be scientific, ethical, and developmentally appropriate. To a meaning of guidance and counseling. Guidance refers to a broader educational service that helps students make appropriate choices in educational, vocational, personal, and social areas. Counseling is a more personalized process involving one-on-one or small group interactions to help individuals resolve emotional, behavioral, or decision-making problems. According to Insert, guidance is a process of helping individuals through their own efforts to discover and develop their potential. Counseling is a professional relationship that empowers diverse individuals to accomplish mental health, wellness, education, and career goals. 3. Purpose of using tools and techniques. To identify the strengths, weaknesses, interests, aptitudes, and problems of students. To gather reliable and valid data for planning guidance. To ensure objectivity and personalization in counseling. To track progress and outcomes. To make informed decisions regarding educational or vocational choices. 4. Major tools of guidance and counseling. These tools are categorized into two broad groups. A. Non-testing techniques, qualitative tools. These involve methods that do not require standardized instruments. 1. Interview. A structured or unstructured conversation between counselor and student. Used for personal counseling, behavioral analysis, or background information. Allows for emotional expression and problem exploration. 2. Observation. Watching student behavior in natural settings like classrooms, playgrounds, or peer groups. Helpful in detecting behavioral issues like withdrawal, aggression, or inattention. 3. Anecdotal record. Detailed narrative record of significant incidents related to a student's behavior. Maintained by teachers or counselors. 4. Case study. In-depth study of a single student's life history, family background, academic record, and psychological status. Used for diagnosing complex problems. 5. Sociometry. A technique to study interpersonal relationships and social acceptance within a group. Helps in identifying leaders, isolates, or rejected students. 6. Cumulative Record Card, CRC. A comprehensive profile of a student covering personal, academic, co-curricular, and behavioral areas. Maintained throughout schooling. 7. Rating scale and checklist. Tools used to assess specific traits or behaviors, example attention span, discipline, cooperation. B. Testing techniques, quantitative tools. These involve standardized tools to measure psychological constructs. 1. Intelligence tests. Measures a student's general mental ability. Examples: Binet scale, Wetzler's intelligence scale. 2. Aptitude tests. Measures the potential to succeed in specific fields, example mechanical, numerical, musical. 3. Achievement tests. Measures knowledge or proficiency in a subject area. 4. Interest inventories. Identifies areas of interest which can guide career selection. Example, CUDA preference record. 5. Personality tests. Explores emotional traits, social behavior, temperament. Can be projective, example TAT, Rorschach, or objective, example 16PF, MMPI. 5. Techniques of guidance and counseling. A. Techniques in individual guidance and counseling. Individual counseling refers to one-on-one interaction between the counselor and the student. It is most effective for personal, emotional, academic, and vocational issues. Techniques used. Interview technique. Structured or informal, used to understand the student's feelings, problems, and context. Listening and reflection. Counselor listens actively and reflects emotions to help the student feel understood. Directive counseling. Counselor gives clear advice based on analysis, Williamson's model. Non-directive counseling. Student-led exploration with emotional support, Carl Rogers' model. Eclectic counseling. Combination of directive and non-directive methods. Case history method. In-depth analysis using past data to understand long-term problems. Behavioral techniques. Includes reinforcement, modeling, and behavior contracts. Goal setting and action planning. Students are helped to set realistic goals and steps toward achieving them. B. Techniques in group guidance and counseling. Group counseling involves working with a small group of students, typically 6 to 12, with similar needs or problems. It is cost-effective, promotes peer interaction, and enhances social learning. Techniques used. Group discussion. Open discussion on common issues like exam stress, career confusion. Sociodrama role play. Students act out situations to learn coping skills, empathy, and communication. Group games and icebreakers. Used to build trust, collaboration, and confidence. Peer counseling. Trained peer leaders help classmates under counselor supervision. Problem-solving activities. Encourages students to analyze problems and work together to find solutions. Career talks or seminars. Experts or counselors give presentations on courses, careers, and scholarships. Life skill training. Sessions on emotional regulation, conflict resolution, assertiveness, etc. Sociometry. Used to assess group dynamics and relationships. 6. Individual versus group guidance, a comparison. Aspect. Individual guidance counseling. Group guidance counseling. Nature. One-to-one. One-to-many. Focus. Personal and specific. General and shared concerns. Time consumption. More time per individual. Saves time, wider reach. Confidentiality. High. Limited. Participation. Deep emotional involvement. Active but shared participation. Cost. More resources required. Cost effective. Examples. Family issues, trauma, learning difficulty. Career awareness, exam stress. 7. Practical examples from Odisha school context. Example 1. Individual counseling. A class 9 student in a tribal school in Koraput shows signs of aggression and isolation. The school counselor uses interviews and observation to understand the emotional cause, family alcoholism, and provides non-directive counseling to help the child express feelings and build coping strategies. Example 2. Group Guidance. In a secondary school in Bhubaneswar, the counselor organizes a career guidance session for class 10 students, using interest inventories and a guest talk from a vocational trainer. 8. Challenges in using tools and techniques in Odisha schools. Lack of trained counselors in rural and government schools. Language and dialect barriers make standard tools less effective. Poor infrastructure and privacy for one-on-one counseling. Limited awareness among parents and students. Unavailability of standardized tools in regional languages. 9. Recommendations. Provide training in counseling tools to all B.Ed. Students and school teachers. Translate key psychological tools into Oriya and tribal languages. Use technology, mobile apps, online forms to administer assessments. Develop low-cost community-based counseling kits. Encourage peer mentoring programs under counselor supervision. 10. Conclusion. The effectiveness of guidance and counseling in schools heavily depends on the tools and techniques employed. A school counselor must skillfully combine scientific tools with humanistic techniques to assess student needs and provide appropriate support. Both individual and group counseling serve distinct but complementary roles in addressing the diverse challenges students face. In Odisha's context, where learners come from varied linguistic, social, and economic backgrounds, the counselor must adapt tools sensitively and creatively. Mastery of techniques combined with empathy, cultural understanding, and ethical practice can truly make school guidance and counseling a powerful force for student development and success.